Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Chris. I'm here with Kathy. We are Ginger Marvin on Instagram and YouTube. We have another What's Old video for you today. This is going to be for the past 2 days. We had pretty good sales today, not as many yesterday, but overall, we're off to a great start in August. So Kathy's going to go ahead and run through what has sold for us today. This is a little bit later in the day as usual, than usual. Our kids are awake, so you might hear them in the background. We do apologize about that, but that's what that is, if you hear that.
Hey guys, alright, we'll just jump right in. First thing that sold today was a super old item, probably one of the oldest things in my shop. Basically sold for nothing, but I'm happy to see it go. I have 84 cents into this. It sold for $7 plus the shipping. It's an Ann Taylor Loft, like a utility jacket. I no longer pick up Ann Taylor Loft. I will sell it if someone gives it to me, but yeah, I don't really pick it up. Right, these are some Crocs. I have $4 into these, women's. They're like heels and yeah. Anyways, these sold for $25 plus shipping. I listed them. When I was looking this particular model up, a lot of them sold for a high amount. So I think I listed them at like 30 plus shipping, but yeah, I sent an offer of 25. Someone accepted that. Right. So that was both on eBay. Sorry, my stuff's not in order today because my whole other half of the desk is taken up, so I'll just tell you them all out of order. But yeah, so this one is a Citizen sale. These are just some Crocs water shoes. I have $3 into these and they sold for $19.95 free shipping. These sold to a Facebook buyer, which was exciting because I haven't had a Facebook buyer sale in like over a week. So usually I get like a bunch at once and then a while without, so hopefully I'll get a few more here soon. Alright, this is another eBay sale, just some kids' native shoes. I did pay $5 for these. They sold for $19.95 free shipping. Alright, this is the brand Lulu and Rue. This is my son's sweatshirt. I bought it off Citizen, I believe, but I don't remember what I paid for it. He wore it a few times. I listed it for $25. Someone offered $15, and since it's my kid's stuff, I just am happy to make any money back, so I accepted that. So I'm making $12 back. The very most I would have paid was like $20, but I don't even think I paid that much. Alright, next up, this is a eBay sale. It's just some men's Under Armour board shorts. They've only been listed less than a month. They were in a recent thrift haul of mine. Listed them for $24.95 free ship. I sent an offer of $22 and somebody accepted that. I did pay $5.99 for these, which is kind of a lot, but still made some profit. I figured that they'd sell around $25 and that was okay enough profit for me. Alright, these are some Hobbies Slippers. So I've had these in my shop forever, but what happened was they sold a while ago, like before we even had these shelves as our inventory, and like we used to store our shoes just like piled up in a bin, and like these ones got slightly damaged, not really damaged, but like the rubber on one of the toes like got a big black mark on it, which wasn't in the picture that I listed them on eBay with. So when I pulled them to ship them last time, I told the buyer, hey, they have this mark, do you want to cancel? And she said yeah, so canceled them. I forgot to relist them, and then I just relisted them recently, and then they finally sold. So they actually sold for a higher amount, so I'm happy. But yeah, I paid $8 for these probably over a year ago now, and I sold them for $40 plus the buyer paid shipping on Posh. So I'm making $32 and I'm happy with that. I have another pair of those that I need to get listed. Alright, next up, these are some Persnickety girls shorts. I have $3 into these. They sold for $15 plus the shipping. These have been in my shop for a while as well, but I think I only posted them to eBay within the last month or two. So they've been on Citizen and other sites for a while, but yeah, they ended up selling on eBay for $15 plus the ship. And then the last sale of today is a mug. This is just a Yellowstone mug. It has a cool buffalo on the back. I picked this up for $1 at a local thrift store. I actually bought it for myself because I love buffalo stuff, but I used it a few times and then I like to sell them, and then whenever I go to the thrift stores I look for more mugs, and I like to just kind of keep my mugs in rotation and then sell them. So yeah, this ended up selling for $19.95 free shipping. I'm gonna start doing different with my mugs because This ended up costing like $9 something for shipping, which that stinks, but I still made like $6 net profit. But yeah, from now on when I list mugs, I'm gonna put the price I want for the mug and then just do calculated shipping, because the first couple times I sold them, I lucked out and the people lived fairly close, so I only had to pay about $8.50. But the last few times I've sold them, it's been like over $9 to like $12 for shipping. So like the last mug I sold, it ended up going to Puerto Rico, so that was like $12. So yeah.
And this one's going to Alaska, is that right?
Not Alaska, but
no.
like South Dakota or something. Maybe not South Dakota, that's not that far. It was going far enough away to be $9.69. So the box is over there, but yeah, I'm just gonna bubble wrap it really good, put some paper around the edges, and yeah, just do, if you don't know where you're gonna ship something to, make sure you do calculated shipping, or at least account for enough shipping in the cost. So. Alright, let's just jump right in, get started with Kiddizen sales for today. First thing, this is not the greatest sale, but I'm happy to sell them. These are just some Girls Gap glitter sneakers. So I know that people like these glitter sneakers, so when I found them for $3, I was like, yeah, I'll grab them. I'll probably make $10 profit off them. That'd be fine with me. In my head, they were less than a pound, but they were actually 1.01 pounds. So if they were under a pound, it would have been a lot better, but since they have to ship priority, it cost $7.75 for shipping. I listed them at $24 to account for that higher shipping, but someone just messaged me a little bit ago asking if I do 18 shipped, and I just said yes, because they're just Gap sneakers. They obviously didn't retail for a ton to begin with. They've been listed a couple months, so I just want to sell them. So after the shipping and fees, I'm making $8.52, so still over a $5 profit. I'll go buy myself a coffee after this. But yeah, next time I'm gonna try harder to realize that that was not under a pound. Okay, next up, this is the brand Minnie Rodini. This was my son's shirt. Both my kids actually wore this, so I've had it in my home for a few years now. I purchased it off Kiddizen for like $20 way back when, and I listed it for $29.95 free ship. People have been carting it for the last few days. I've sent them all offers of $24.95, and someone finally accepted at that price. So after shipping and fee, I make $18.38. So most of my money back. It did acquire a few stains from my kids wearing it, so I am very happy with that. All right, next up is going to be a bundle sale. So we got the brand. These are just Kind is Cool. I'm not really sure. I think that might have been sold at Target. So these I bought at a consignment sale for my son, but they were, well, at the time way too big for him. They probably actually fit him now, but yeah, he didn't, when I held them up to like most of the shirts that he owns, they just didn't really match the styles. They're like a moto jogger, and most of his shirts are not moto jogger, hipster type style shirts. So yeah, I just decided to sell those. They've been listed for like over a year now though. And then this, so I had $5 into those pants. This is a Matilda Jane skirt. I got this from Goodwill for $2. It's also been listed a while, but when I went to delete it from all the platforms, I realized it wasn't on there, so I never got around to cross-posting it, which is why it probably took a while to sell. If I would have cross-posted it, it probably would have sold on another platform by now. Lesson learned. Now I cross-post everything right away. And then last thing is, it's just wrapped up in here, but it's a Star Wars Game Boy game. And no, I didn't just rip up the padded flat rates, but, well, I did, but I didn't rip up the perfectly good ones. I know that that's not good, but this is like a recycled one that somebody sent to me. I like to use the bubble stuff too. At that point, it's already used, so I just cut it up into smaller pieces. I wrapped games and smaller things with them, so that's what I did here. And this bundle sold for, so the total with the 20% off 2 discount was $37.40, and then I just offered her an additional discount, and so she paid $33 for the bundle here. It was just under a pound, so it's shipping for $5.75. I'm making $23.48 back on that bundle. The game was, I think, Chris's game, and he said he probably got it from somebody else, so counting that as free inventory. All right, and then one more Kiddizen sale for today, also a bundle, and this is from a viewer and Instagram friend, Chelsea. So Chelsea, if you guys have probably watched her channel or seen her on Instagram. So on Instagram, I believe she's Monarch Alley. And on Instagram, she's Chelsea Norton. She just started the YouTube oh my gosh. She just started YouTube recently, so I think she has a few videos up. But yeah, definitely check her out. So she bought a pair of New Balance shoes and then the brand Urban Smalls shirt. It's like a glow-in-the-dark skeleton for her son, and she wrote a message saying thank you. She's doing some back-to-school shopping, so thank you very much, Chelsea. So she said she was watching one of my videos and saw that I was doing 20% off too in my Citizen shop, which is why she even came to my shop. So yeah, the total for these two items with the discount came to $32.76, and then I just sent her another little bit of a discount, so she paid $30 total for the both of them. Again, they're right under £1 together, so $5.75 for shipping, and I'm making $20.84 back on that. The shirt came from a garage sale, it was 50 cents, and then the shoes came from Goodwill, they were $8. So not a huge profit, but I'm always happy to sell to you guys.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that was it for Citizen today. Then we got some Mercari sales. Alright, first up, this is the brand Zara. This was my son's shirt. I bought it at Marshall's a few years ago. Back then I was like obsessed with Zara for my kids to wear, and I heard from somebody that Zara was at Marshall's, so I hopped over there to see if they had anything, and they did. This was one of the shirts, and then I got a few more, but those have all sold off. This one took a while to sell. Zara shirts don't retail for a ton, especially the kids ones, but it sold for $8 plus shipping. I think I paid $3.99 for it at Marshall's. So she wore it a few times, and I still made a little bit of a profit there. Alright, these next two sales were, so I was trying to get to 20 sales today, which I think I did hit that. But on Mercari, I just went to Patagonia and North Face and sent because those usually have a lot of likes on them, so I sent offers to all those items with at least like 3 or more likes, and 2 people accepted. So this is one of those. It's a Patagonia women's dress. I have had this listed a while now. I paid up for it. I paid $12.99 at Goodwill. It was in the like boutique section. So yeah, I thought it would sell right away for like 40 bucks. Definitely did not. It's probably been listed over 6 months now, and I think I had it listed at 40 plus shipping. Sent an offer of 30 plus the buyer paid ship, and they accepted. So still about double my money, but yeah, sad that didn't sell quicker and for more. And then this is again from me sending offers out. Patagonia Better Sweater Pullover. This was my son's. I bought it off the RealReal when they sent me like a $30 credit a while back. So I think after their crazy $12 shipping plus the discount and everything, I think I paid like $14 and change for this. I couldn't find, like, I don't know. It's not letting me log into my RealReal account, so I couldn't figure out how much exactly I paid, but somewhere between $14 to $16. And yeah, it sold for $35 plus the shipping. And yeah, I think I had it listed at $45. There's 5 watchers, so I sent them that offer and someone accepted. And then this is a mini Bowden frog applique shirt. This particular one is really popular for some reason in the Bowden community. I found this on Citizen for $12, and they've been selling anywhere from like $38 to $45. So I listed it for 40 plus shipping. Somebody offered me 33, like within an hour of me listing it, and I accepted that since I only had $12 into it. It's a smaller size, so like people like their kid to wear this to the first day of school because it's like books and stuff. This was a size 3-4 though, so like a preschool age. If it was like more of a 5-6, 7-8, those ones were selling for the higher prices. But yeah, I was just happy to make a quick sale. It did have some fading on it and stuff, so when you know your stuff, you can look out for those kind of deals and make some money. So that was it from Mercari. Next bunch of sales here from eBay. So this is just an Oshkosh flannel shirt. This was my son's. I bought it off Citizen for, I believe I had $8.80 into it. I think he wore it once, and I sold it for $10 plus shipping. So made most of my money back on that. This is the brand, I don't know how you say it. It's the NAOT. And yeah, I have $7 into these. I listed them for $35 plus shipping, and I sent an offer to watchers of $29, and somebody accepted that. So yeah, happy with that sale. I have a bunch of good shoe sales today. Next up, this is the brand J. Jill. These were, Pure Jill from J. Jill. They were like Pima cotton sweatpants. So when I was like going through the racks, I could feel that these were quality. I didn't even know what the brand was at first, but I just like touched them. I was like, oh, those feel really nice. Checked them out. They were Pure Jill, which I normally probably wouldn't buy, but they were only $2. And when I looked up comps, they were selling from like 20 to 30. So I figured it was worth it. I listed them for $24.95, sent an offer to a watcher of $19.95 free ship, and they accepted. So those have only been listed maybe a month. Okay, and this is a small sale, but I'm again happy to see these kinds of things go. These were bought at a garage sale specifically to sell at my JBF consignment sale, and they didn't sell there, so I listed them online. I have 13 cents into each shirt. It's a bundle of 2 little baby Carter shirts. It was like a filler bag and everything came out to 13 cents. So 26 cents is what I have into both shirts, and they sold for $6 plus shipping. So I did overcharge on the shipping a little, so I guess I'm profiting a little bit of that. But yeah, not huge money, but now I can take that like $5 profit and put it into something else to sell for more. And then last eBay sale is gonna be this Disney Paris mug. Disneyland Paris. So this was just like gifted to us, so we don't have any money into it, and I listed it for $12 plus shipping, and somebody bought it at that price. Okay, and then the last bunch of sales is from Poshmark, which I think we had 9 Poshmark sales, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever had that many Poshmark sales in a day ever. I don't know what's up, because yeah, I did list a ton, but I didn't do much sharing or anything. So first up, these, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw me post this in my stories because I was super excited. I listed these yesterday. They sold yesterday. I listed them crazy high, at least what I thought was crazy high, at $100. I think they retail like $180. They're just a really nice color. Did I already say they're Mayoral? They're Mayoral, so, like boots. So the soles are Vibram, and then they have Gore-Tex. So yeah, I figured I could at least get like 60 to 70, but I mean, I thought that was reaching even. But anyways, I listed them for 100 because there was only one other pair listed also at 100. Somebody offered me 80 like within an hour of being listed, and I was thrilled with that, and I accepted. So I paid up for these. I did pay $15 for them, but really great profit still.
Also, that is one of the few pairs of shoes that we've cleaned.
Oh yeah, so these were like so muddy, but I still wanted to take a chance on them. I just knew that they were gonna be good. So like, I wish I would have took a before picture. They were so muddy, and I just scrubbed them with a little brush, soaked them in like a tub of water, and then after most of the dirt came off, I just threw them in the washing machine with some towels like I do Crocs, and they came out really clean. Alright, and then this is a North Face kids jacket. So this was my son's jacket that he was allowed to wear to school, and if it got holes or whatever, I didn't care, because it came from Once Upon a Child for $12. And yeah, so it is a nice down jacket. These retail for like $99, but this one has a bunch of little nicks in it and like some feathers poking out, and like, I don't want to see, like, not stains, but yeah, there's like a bunch of little holes like kind of all throughout it, which obviously I just closed. But I listed it at $35. Someone offered me $25, so I accepted that. Another really good sale. These are some Birkenstocks. You probably saw in one of my recent thrift hauls. I do have $8 into them, and I listed them for $79. Obviously, I thought that was reaching, but I just want to see what people offer me. First offer I got was $50. That was good enough for me, and I accepted it. This one is some kids' play shoes, and I don't remember what these sold for. Okay, so I listed them, I believe I listed them at $35, which is kind of what they retail for, but they basically are new without box. I bought them off Amazon for $15. My son just complained about them not fitting right or something, so I listed them. It had a bunch of watchers, so I sent an offer of $30 with discounted shipping, and somebody accepted. So I'm making back $21.88, so still made a little profit even though I purchased them for my kids. Up, this is a Masters, I learned a new word, a croquis, I believe. So when I was looking this up, this was only $1 at my local thrift store, and I know anything Masters is probably worth looking up. So I looked it up. They were selling for like 20 to 25 bucks is what I was seeing. So I picked it up, obviously for $1. Listed it for 25 on Posh. I woke up to an offer of 10 this morning, which I think I could have got more, but again, I paid $1. It's been listed probably over 30 days now, and at that point, I'm pretty much willing to take any offer. So yeah, I'm okay with a $6 profit on something like this, and I'll take that $6 to invest it in something else. But yeah, if you didn't know, Masters is a great brand to look out for. They have like a bunch of golf apparel, shirts, hats, stuff like that, which will sell for a lot more than $10. But
And I think Croaky may be a
it's its
brand,
own brand,
like a.
But it's just like, so the Croakies are those things that you put on the back of your sunglasses. So like if you want to hold them on your neck like a necklace.
Like Kleenex is a brand of tissue, or Lysol. So yeah.
All right, and then these are just some Blowfish sandals. I purchased these for $3.99 at my local thrift store. Listed them for $28, hoping someone would offer like $18. Not hoping, like obviously if they want to pay full price, that's great. But I figured someone would offer like $15 or $18. But no, these sold full price for $28, so really good sale. I mean, Blowfish doesn't retail for a ton. They probably only retailed maybe like for $30. So really happy with that sale. And yeah. Next up, these are, this was kind of a bummer. So I bought these off ThredUp. I thought they had them mislabeled because like on the screen, they just looked big. They look like adults. And then when I went to the person's other items, so on ThredUp, you can see what, because the things that are being listed are things that people sent in, and then like you can see what else that exact person sent in. So I went down, looked at their other items, and all their other items were like size, like these are size 9, like toddler girl. All their other shoes that were listed were size 9, but they were women's, and like everything listed was like women's clothing. Like they didn't have any other little toddler things or girl things or anything like that. So I was like, I just thought that ThredUp mislabeled them as kids, but they were adults. So paid $25 for these, and yeah, they were not adults. So if they were adults, they would have sold for like $80 to $100, but sadly they were not. So I listed them. At this point, I just wanted to make my $25 back, which I did. I listed them at like $50. Someone offered me $38 within just a couple days of being listed, and I accepted that. So I'm making back like $30, so $3-4 profit, and yeah, I got the points on ThredUp, which is good. So
and there was a chance it would have been a big payoff, so
yeah,
definitely worth the risk, in my opinion.
Yeah, things like that, I knew that the Doc Martens would sell either way. So all right, next up and last up is some Mayoral men's shoes. I paid $5 for these at Goodwill. I listed them for I think $40. Let me see. Sorry, y'all, I'm not prepared. I might have listed them at $45. I think I sent an offer to watchers of $40 and then free shipping because they've been listed a while, and someone accepted. So after the shipping discount and fee, I'm making $24.89 back. So almost $20 profit on those. And yeah, this is why I love selling shoes.
All right, that's going to do it for this video today. We're going to go ahead and pack these up, take them off to the post office. So we do these kind of videos all the time. If you are interested in what solds or haul videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. We are a fairly new channel, growing still. And I guess this might be a little bit of an announcement. We ordered, we got a tip from somebody. I can't remember your name, but I will, I'll shout you out when we do this video. But we ordered 2 of the kids' shoe mystery box things. I don't know what they're called. What are they called?
Goodie box.
A goodie box from ThredUp, some kids' shoes, and we're gonna have our first live video opening those on live. They're not here yet. They'll probably be here in the next couple days. Some reason the shipping has been taking a lot longer for us than everyone else we've been seeing getting them. So yeah, if you're interested in that, we're gonna stay tuned for some more information coming up. We'll definitely have some more announcements and all that, just to have our first live, and we really want to see you guys there and experience our first live with us. It's probably going to be a train wreck. We don't really know much about all that, so we're hoping it works out well. So anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.